This video introduces and describes a yet unpublished StrategyScript framework that changes strategic thinking from educated guesswork into knowledge-based reasoning. It claims to be an overarching reference model for strategic analysis, strategic thinking, and strategic decision-making. In practice, the StrategyScript framework enables professionals to construct a coherent and all-encompassing bird's-eye view of the business world. A view in which all information about industries and companies can be related logically, systematically, and in terms that are relevant for strategic decision-making. It is set up to aid the generating of so-called justified and true beliefs about the cause and effect relations in business that are relevant for the type of strategic decision-making that intends to create value. And as a model, the StrategyScript framework embraces the notions that performance in business is fundamentally relative, and that so-called experience without theory is blind. It assumes that all we see and say is of value only within context. This means that any useful profile of a company or industry must include both an absolute and a relative description, and they must be constructed uniformly. And the tool needed to do this is the core element of the StrategyScript framework. Unlike existing models, the StrategyScript framework does not formulate what to look for in a company or industry. Instead, it uses a unique information ordering principle. And this theoretical core is the key to understanding the business world because it is beyond definitions and beyond all the concepts that are used in business thinking today and whose application introduces bias from the start. In one sentence, the StrategyScript framework teaches the user how to think to understand the business world. The underlying message is think first, then analyze, then argue. It is rooted not in past experience and available data, but in intent, epistemology, and cognition. As such, it constitutes a paradigm shift from the inductive problem-solving approach that is commonly associated with strategic thinking. And the reward for the user is big, always being able to answer every why and so what question in business thinking. As a framework, the StrategyScript framework's goal is to make decision makers wise, discerning, reflective, and able to judge what's correct and what's wrong, and when the beliefs they use for decision making are justified. This valuable and functional sort of wisdom will increase every time the StrategyScript framework is used. And although theoretical by nature, the StrategyScript framework is accompanied and best understood by a practical and very easy to use mnemonic whose everyday value has already been confirmed in practice for many years.